Today's operation was doing a rehearsal of distributed STOVL operations, DSO for short. We did a full rehearsal with one F-35 and two CH-53s. We'll take these lessons learned and pass them back to MOTS 1, who is out here for some of the planning evolution for the upcoming WTI class, where they'll do this at WTI. Distributed STOVL operations, the ability to upload ordnance and fuel to STOVL aircraft. So for this theater, we have the F-35 Bravo. To execute that, one of the limitations that we have are places where we can actually land, or any airfields. Then in a denied environment where we're denied that capability, and we need to do this from an expeditionary base, like what we did today, that'll essentially open up the possibilities of the ability for an F-35 to rearm, refuel, and then go back out into the fight.
The F-35 program is really important to the future of naval aviation. It's absolutely an essential part to complement the carrier strike group of the future.
The F-35 is the Navy's first 5th-gen fighter that brings a whole new weapons platform to the carrier strike group. The first thing that's different when you really look at it is stealth. This aircraft was designed for stealth, day one capability. You have your touchscreen display, your helmet with full 360-degree view. It's easy to fly and it's fun to fly. It's a game changer.
To be on the baseline, creating the foundation for the Joint Strike Fighter, for the F-35, for the Navy, and being part of that initial team to take it out to sea and send it to the carrier, which is what is unique to us. We've got big shoes to fill here as we bring the F-35 to the fleet. It's an opportunity of a lifetime to come and work with the latest and greatest that the Navy's got to offer.
To be a part of the ground level, 5th generation fighters in the future of the Navy is a perfect opportunity for any sailor.
It's extremely rewarding. It's really cool to have been able to be a test pilot and actually help develop the weapons platform and the aircraft, and get to see all the hard work kind of pay off, see the smiles on the faces of the pilots who get to fly it, see the hard work of the sailors and how happy they are that, you know, the Navy now has the newest platform, we're flying it, and we're executing.
There are numerous unique benefits to having a joint integrated training environment here at Eglin Air Force Base. We are able to pool our assets and create a facility that truly caters to the demand that is required to bring this airplane online effectively and train everybody effectively and efficiently so that we can get the capability out to the fleet on time, correctly the first time.
One of the great opportunities coming here to VFA 101 was being able to work with the Joint Services, working with the Air Force and the Marine Corps here in F-35 country. To be a part of 5th generation fighter is an amazing opportunity. It's going to be very challenging, but yet very rewarding, something that, very excited to be a part of.
For those sailors that are interested in coming down and being part of the foundational group for this future of tactical naval aviation, it's a great place to be and a great time to be here. We have our first 2 airplanes and there's more coming. So for those that are looking to be challenged and to be at the forefront, at the tip of the spear for a new platform, this is the place for you.
This test event is a series of events we're executing out here is critical to opening up the envelope, again, to meet those realistic needs of the U.S. Marine Corps.
Shipborne capabilities are important for the F-35B because they're important for the Marine Corps. Having the F-35B, having a stealth platform that's organic to that unit will allow us to support the Marines.
I'm honored. I've never thought that I'd ever be a part of anything like this. Every day I wake up, I see something like this and how it performs. It's amazing to see what this thing can do.
Certainly one of the more important things we're doing out here is operating the F-35B aboard an L-class ship at night. Our striking power as a national force typically comes at night, so the ability to operate this aircraft from these kind of ships in a nighttime environment is critical for Marine Corps IOC.
The F-35 is going to allow future pilots to worry less about stick and rudder skills and more about executing the mission.
The Aviate-B is a workload intensive, very procedurally intensive aircraft to fly, especially aboard a ship. This is a much more forgiving aircraft to mistakes that the pilot might make.
The fact that the Harrier was not fly-by-wire at all. There was nothing in between me and the flight controls. So I could do things in the Harrier that would very specifically get me killed if I did them incorrectly. Whereas in this airplane, there's a level of protection between me and those flight control surfaces. So in a mission, up and away from the ship, that's going to allow me to spend more time thinking about the tactical picture, thinking about how I'm going to support the Marines on the ground.
It's been performing fantastic. It's been remarkable. Compared to legacy STOVL, it's absolutely steady and rock solid. I think the Marine Corps is really going to be happy with the aircraft. Operating in a shipboard environment is very, very dangerous, and the workload for the pilot is very high. For the F-35, speaking with the pilots and being in a tower, that workload has been significantly reduced, and therefore the risks associated with operating aboard a ship has also been reduced.
But in terms of handling qualities in relation to legacy aircraft, it's by far a lower workload on the pilot to come into the hover, to cross over, to line up on the spot. It's a very low workload because the computer is taking care of all the many control inputs that need to be required to have a stable hover.
DT2 has been kind of a watershed event for the F-35B program and its compatibility with LHD ships. We've pushed out the wind envelope beyond what the legacy platform, the Harrier, was able to achieve.
A fifth generation aircraft such as the F-35 will open up threat areas where previous legacy fighters that operate off L-class ships weren't even invited to play. So an F-35B operating from this type of ship really gives a joint warfighting commander different options to effect change in the world wherever it is necessary.